Hi there, third grade teachers. I know that you are all busy working on strategies to fluency. That is a heavy hitter for your students in third grade. And so I wanted to share a little information with you. So first, I would just like you to take a look at this chart and kind of think about what you notice, what you're thinking. What does the shaded represent? How about the white spaces? How are they categorized? All right, so keep that in mind. We will circle back to this chart as we continue. So foundational facts are just that. Just like a house has foundation, all is built upon that foundation. And so foundational facts are times 2, all right? We have a connection to doubles. So here you can see that here are the doubles facts. These are foundational facts that are great to begin with because our students tend to be good at thinking about and knowing their doubles for addition. So it's very connectable, all right? Now, another foundational set of facts is times 10. Since kindergarten, students have been working on place value and groups of 10. All the way through up to third grade, we've been skip counting by tens, counting dimes, using place value representation. So here are times 10 facts. Students are usually pretty successful with these, and they're not as difficult simply because they have something to connect it to. All right. So even though that quantity is larger, it isn't necessarily more difficult. Okay. Another set of foundational facts is our times 5. We connect that to times 10. All right. What is that relationship between multiplying times 10 and times 5? We can also connect it to telling time to the nearest 5 minutes and those groups of 5 on the clock. All right. And then we have the zero property of multiplication. Multiplying 0 or having 0 groups of anything results in 0. All right. We connect it to the properties, keeping in mind that the math we've been working on throughout our elementary career so far is based on place value, properties, and that relational thinking. And that's going to continue all the way through algebra. We have the identity property of multiplication. Now, this property is extremely powerful as students move into fractions, right? When we multiply by 4 over 4 or 4/4, we're actually multiplying times 1. So we need students to really own this identity property. Plus, multiplying times 1, we get the same quantity as the other factor, right? The identity stays the same for multiplication. Once again, those are pretty easy, but keep in mind, starting our process of learning facts with 0 and 1 isn't right where we start, because thinking about 0 groups of something or 1 group of something doesn't bring as much meaning to multiplication as 2 groups of something or 5 groups of something, right? So just keep that in mind. However, times 0, times 1, both pretty easy for our kiddos, all right? And then we can move on to the squares. Squares are foundational. Now, they're visually a little bit easier to see. And as you'll notice, we have, 6 square facts really left after we've done the other above foundational facts. These are going to be a little more difficult for students in regards to knowing these. They'll need to have lots of experiences with them. However, the reason these squares are foundational is we can work from those and derive other facts. Lots of them, okay? So keep those in mind. Those are going to be the most difficult foundational facts for our students to learn, but there's also not a lot of them left, if you will, if you look at the diagonal here, okay? So, kind of in summary, if you take a look at all of those shaded gray facts, those are our foundational facts, all right? The white ones are what we call derived facts. We're going to have to figure those white facts out by using our foundational facts and working from those. Using that distributive property really is what we'll be doing. Okay? Here's the beautiful thing, my friends. There are 90 foundational facts. There are 30 derived facts, meaning we're going to work those out. We're going to figure those out and then move them into automaticity through what we know about foundational facts. However, with the commutative property, 3 times 4 and 4 times 3, we really only have 15 other facts. So the moral of the story is, foundational facts are the first hill to die on when it comes to multiplication fact fluency. All right? This is important. Now, I don't know. I find this, I'm going to go back here. When I look at this foundational facts chart and I think about my kiddos, this feels really doable. So breaking it down in this way, having them monitor their progress, convincing themselves that, you know what, I actually know quite a few of these facts, and now I can work from these facts that I know. Is there a place where these are kind of broken down into these foundational facts? Yes. Look on your proficiency scale for 3rd grade, and you are going to see what you see right here. Okay? There are some strong lessons, games, activities that will help kids move from strategies to fluency and from memory. Okay? So the moral of the story is going to be, we're going to use what we know. So once we have these foundational facts, we can use that foundation to get to those derived facts. Okay? Thank you, and let me know if you have any questions.